One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. It's been a while. It's been a while. Been having a lot of things going on here lately. Been real busy lately. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. But the question I have is, what are some things you would like to see change in the black community? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you like to see change? Because I mean, it's a lot of things that we probably can say that need changing. That I mean, it may be each individual having their own opinion on what they think may need to be changed. Uh, and then those things that we think may need to be changed may not need to be changed for real. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean it need to be changed just because we think so. But then there's things that we think that should change that should actually change. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of things going on in our community, and I don't know if we can fix them all, which I don't think we can fix them all because we're never going to get everybody in agreement. It's just going to be people that's just going to disagree just because. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people enjoy the way they living. Some people have no desire to do anything different. What they got is what they got, and also it's just a mindset thing. That some people are not going to change their mindset. You know what I'm saying? They're going to continue to see things the way they do, and no matter what, they're not going to change because they identify they identify with that mindset. That's who they are. So if you go against the way they think, that's like attacking them. They have no other way of dealing with what you said or the things that you think need to be changed because that's who they are inside. They identify with that thing. So if you say something about that thing that they got, they feel like they're being attacked, and that's an issue in our community, right? Because we can't do any better if everybody thinks that everything is all good, and we having a lot of fun. Everybody's about fun. It's not about morals anymore. It's not about character, and you can do all those things and still have morals and character. You still can have fun and represent yourself in a positive way. That used to be the thing to do, but that's no longer the case, right? Is nowadays it's all about how bad can I do it? How much more can I outshine this person with degeneracy? That's not what they're thinking, but that's what they're doing. We don't have any type of respectable culture. Because somebody's gonna say, well, it's not all black people. I know it's not all black people, but the majority of us don't have any respect for ourselves. So the culture looks crazy. And the people that's getting the most shine is the people that's doing the most nonsense. Because why? We love nonsense. We love that type of stuff. That's just what makes us who we are. And we don't know, we keep talking about studying history, studying the past so that we don't repeat it. But we ain't studying the right stuff. All we looking for is what happened in slavery. That's all people care about is talk about slavery, how slavery affects us today, how slavery got us acting like we act today. That's all people want to talk about. We're not talking about what we did when we came out of slavery. When we came out of slavery, black people are black people closed the illiterate gap faster than any other group of people ever did before. We were doing better things, and this long before any civil rights came into the picture. We was doing great in our community. But now we seem to be the freest we ever have been, have the most opportunities, yet we complain more than we ever did before, at least far as I can see. Now, I could be wrong. If somebody could be willing to prove me wrong, I'm all for it. But as far as I can see right now, that's what it is. Like, how do we get past this level where we at? We got to go to the children. We got to start teaching the children differently, or at least showing other images that's better than what's out there right now. Because everything we do in our community right now is about something sexual, something that's supposed to be private. We make it so the world can see. We make it so everybody can look at us and see it. And we don't really care that that's the case because I can do what I want. Nobody should be able to tell me anything. And that's the mindset. It's all about myself. It's all about me. Nobody thinks about the greater good of the whole. But everybody want change, but nobody want to be the one to make the change. They're gonna say something like, "Well, so and so do it. Well, this person do it." That's all we say is what somebody else is doing. It's never about how can we do better. We don't ever come from that perspective. It's always about what somebody else doing. This would justify what we doing. We go out, we hang out, we shooting each other, we getting violent. Too many of us get in one spot, it's gonna be some problems because somebody not gonna like somebody, or it's gonna be a fight, or it's gonna be you bumped into me, or you said something to my girl, or your girl gonna be running her mouth to somebody. Then you gotta come and defend. Now somebody going to the morgue, somebody going to the prison. You know what I'm saying? That's the cycle we live in. Our community is like a war zone in our community. The subculture, the black subculture is a war zone, constantly at war. We do it to ourselves, but we never say it's us. We always say it's because of this thing. As long as you say it's because of this other thing and nobody can pinpoint that other thing, then it's never going to get fixed until somebody decides, hey, I'm going to take responsibility and make a change or talk against it. But we can't talk against it because we're too worried about what white people are going to say. See, black people can't hold other black people accountable because then that means they're in agreement with white people, and black people will die before they be in agreement that something is wrong in our community. Not all of us. When I say that, I don't mean everybody. Just automatically have a high enough IQ to realize that when I give a statement like that, I'm not talking about all, because there's no such thing as 100% of everybody do everything. It's always going to be the majority and the minority, or the exception to the rule. It's always going to be there. So when I say that, don't say that I'm saying everybody, because I'm not. But that's where we at. And how we're going to get right? Well, we can't get right. I've looked at this from every which way I can to try to understand it. Now I know it's going to always be some of us is always going to be doing bad, but it shouldn't be so much that it's noticeable. Like it's actually noticeable. And when we start acting up, everybody pull out their cameras because they know they're going to get some good footage to put on their TikTok or their Instagram, Facebook, or whatever they posting it on. They know they're going to get that from us because we're going to give it to them every single time. And we don't care what nobody thinks. And if you say anything to that person that's acting like that, you better get ready for what's coming to you too, because it's going to be some backlash. Because you can't tell us anything without somebody getting offended. Our relationships are in the dumps. We don't have strong relationships. We don't have strong families. I ain't even saying it's got to be marriage, even though marriage is the preferred way to go. But I ain't even saying that. We don't even have stable one-on-one relationships with each other. We don't even have that. We can't get stable relationships with one person. We willing to make children with people we ain't willing to stay in a relationship with. What kind of sense does that make? Men are going, women are having multiple kids by different men. Men are impregnating multiple women that already got multiple kids by other men. And they still go in there and do the same thing. That don't sound like insanity to you? You dealing with a woman and then she got two kids by two dudes already, and you gonna give her a third kid by you. And then it's on the flip side, a woman, she got two kids by two different dudes, and then she gonna let you get her pregnant with a third kid. Nobody's wearing protection. Nobody's in a stable relationship. It's just a free for all. Do whatever you want to do. We don't have a community. We just got a bunch of people doing degenerate stuff. We don't have a structure to work with. So how can we do anything better when we don't even have structure? We don't have structure. How you gonna build anything without structure? There are individual pockets of us that's doing great, but we don't have structure in our community. There's no structure. It's just a free for all. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. I can act how I want to act. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. And then look at the destruction that's caused. The children in these homes are bad off. Three different fathers and one mother. One kid watch one father show up, leave. The next kid watch the other father. The other two kids watch the other father show up, leave. Then the other kid watch the other two fathers show up and leave. That's not structure. That's what is that teaching them children? From the ages of 0 to 7, that is the programming stage for children. You might not like to use that word, but that's what's being done. Whether you do it directly or indirectly, they're being programmed by your behaviors and the things that you're doing. That's what's happening. And look at what we got going on in our community. Multiple kids by multiple dudes. And then the dudes you see right now ain't even a fathers to any one of those kids. And they hear what you got going on in your bedroom. They know all your business. I see the video where a woman was twerking and doing some crazy stuff. Her son was on the couch. He was probably about 6, 7 years old, but he on the couch watching. Now, he may not have been 6 or 7. Maybe a little younger than that. But he on the couch watching this, watching her do these provocative sexual dances. No cares. Whenever we can get the stability right with relationships and get our minds focused in the right direction on what's important, then we can change. All the crazy behavior, all the out of control behavior has to stop. And if it don't stop, then we're never going to get right as a whole. Now, some people are going to be smart and pull themselves away from those situations and better themselves. But then the ones who don't see how important it is to shift and change, then you're going to continue to have problems. And if you ain't with that kind of stuff, my advice to you is get away from it. My advice to you is move away from it, because you're going to get caught up in the mix. And if you're trying to do something with your life, don't be around the nonsense. I watch too many videos on YouTube. I watch the crime shows, and I watch not shows, but the police interrogations. And we get up in there and we don't know what to do because we done something stupid. And then we say, well, they lock us up more than anybody else. Well, we don't have no lawyers. We can't afford no lawyers. See, if you're gonna be doing crime, you're supposed to have bail money put away. You're supposed to have lawyer money put up. So when the time comes, when you get caught, you can take that money and go and use it for a lawyer or use it for your bail. See, these kids today don't understand that. They just out here I'm not condoning crime. I'm just speaking of what it is. This ain't about what I condone. This is just what it is. People committing crime and don't have the money to support themselves when they get caught. If you're gonna do crime, you know that's your life. Why don't you have money put away to support you when you get caught? You're gonna get caught. But that ain't what people do. They just go out here broke. Nobody got money. Their family ain't got no money, but they out here doing the most crime. If you took that energy and put it into going to work, you would have some money. You wouldn't have to commit crime. That's a mindset issue. But then you get caught, you go to jail, and then everybody's screaming, oh, he got more time than so-and-so guy. Well, the white man had a lawyer. He went and lawyered up. Plus, he ain't got no long criminal history. All that stuff matters. Enhancements, gang affiliation, weapons charge. Did you commit a felony with a weapon? Did you, do you have a long history of crime? All that adds into your time. It ain't just because you did this crime and then this person did the same crime and they got less time. Well, it's a lot of things that go into that black people don't have no clue of. They think it's just a blanket thing that they just do it to black people. You don't know it. You ain't looked into it enough. You ain't researched enough to see what's going on. It ain't like that. It's a lot of things that go into when a person gets sentenced and what kind of time they're going to get. The main thing is having a lawyer. That's number one. Number two is not having a long rap sheet. You see what I'm saying? Number three is you committing felony type crimes with weapons. That's it's gonna enhance it. Then being in a gang, that's another enhancement. So whereas if a white guy did the same crime and he don't have the same background and all those enhancements, he might get 10. But since you got all them enhancements, you might get 40. And no lawyer, you might get 40. These ain't nobody thinking about this. They just out here just wild. That's why I say all about myself. Nobody's thinking about nothing, just doing things haphazardly, whatever. Preferably if you didn't commit any crimes, you just didn't commit crimes at all. But if you just have to go out and commit crimes, you should be smart enough to have money put away and know what the charges are, for the crime you doing before you even get caught, so you know how to handle it. Have your lawyer already on standby, ready to go. So when you get caught, you already know, they already know what time it is, and you already got the money to get yourself out or to pay for the lawyer or both. We living in we. It's just crazy right now. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't really understand. I know I'm not saying we're gonna be squeaky clean, that there won't be anybody doing anything. That's not it. But it's too much of us doing crazy stuff all the time. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just like, y'all ain't tired of seeing this? Hey man, look, what do you think need to change in the black community, man? Drop it in the comments what you think need to change, because I don't know right now. I'm getting more and more confused every single day. Like, I don't know what we're doing. I try to give grace, but it's hard. Hey, y'all take care, man.